Hello and welcome back to our continuing adventures on the CyberDefenders platform. And you know what I just realized? I did not change the text at the top. So let's fix that quick. Maybe. It looks better. All right. So we are going to tackle this is all the way back from late 2020. Malware Traffic Analysis 1, put forth by Brad Duncan, which, if memory serves me right, is operator of Malware Traffic Analysis.net, if memory serves me right. And I think Brad also is with the SANS Internet Storm Center and writes diaries on occasion, if memory serves me right. It has been a little while. But effectively, we are given a PCAP to go through and analyze. And what is it, 12 questions? Yep. And so let's see. Challenge details. The attached PCAP belongs to Exploitation Kit infection. Analyze it using your favorite tool and answer the challenge questions. So I've got Network Miner, Wireshark, and Brim loaded up. So hopefully we'll be all set to go. So what we need is some Brim action. Unfortunately, I need to adjust where she sits. Okay. All right, so we're looking at Brim with the mta1.pcap file, and because this is for exploitation, I have on the left here done the query for HTTP requests, and so we see a bunch of traffic from 172.16.165.165 to all the others, and if we go through, there are no other results. So, which pretty much signifies that, okay, we found the web surfing system in question. So whatever this 172.16.165.165 is. And it looks like, what's the traffic look like? Trust and Probate Realty.com, 24corp-shop.com, cineholland.nl, YouTube, Cine Holly, and then adultbiz.in. Geez. Interesting. But I think we've got at least enough for the first question, which was the IP address of the Windows VM. Although I suppose, let me get my tools changed around here. So it should be 172.16.165.165. So how about we test that theory? It should be a Windows box. So taking that into Network Miner, and we can confirm, at least through all here, there are no other Windows boxes as being presented, but does kind of confirm the 172.16.165.165 as being the Windows box in question with Kilo 34 Echo November 6 Whiskey 3 November dash Papa Charlie. As I think it does request the name of the system as well. Yep, so we'll be able to go through and answer the first two questions really quick. Now, granted, yes, I could have just gone through and used the test to take the test in terms of, okay, Windows VM, open it up in Network Miner and just look for the only Windows system that shows up there. But what if you end up having a DC, or they get smart and want to throw a couple of different machines into that particular capture? Well, then you're kind of screwed. So, but we used Brim to start, and there's only one system making the requests. All right, so that confirms that. Kilo 34 Echo November 6 Whiskey 3 November dash Papa Charlie. Okay, and then we need the MAC address of said device, utilizing the colons for that. So that's fine. We can go right back to Network Miner. And so we've expanded out, and we've got the MAC present right there. So Foxtrot 019 Alpha Foxtrot 029 Bravo Foxtrot 1. So we'll take that out of the way. We'll go back, and it is Foxtrot 0 colon 19 colon Alpha Foxtrot colon 02 colon 9 Bravo colon Foxtrot 1. Oops. Bing, bang, boom. Well, now comes the fun part. What is the IP address of the compromised website? Oh, no, that's the bigger question. Hmm. I don't know, but let's do this rather than just sit there with my. Go back to Brim and let's see if we can't put together. So stand, trust, and probate realty looks like that's all legitimate. Then for some reason we end at 24corp-shop.com. And then the sinholland.nl, but then immediately, well, I guess it could have had a embedded YouTube video. Let's do a virus total lookup. Of course, what is it going to open up with is the question. Oh, of course, it's going to do it in Chrome. Okay, let me do this. Let me copy it from Chrome. We'll go back and we will pop it into the Firefox browser that we're showing. Okay, so let's just transition over. And I don't know how well that's coming across. So let me see about trying to blow it up a little bit. So 10 months ago, Dr. Webb marked it as malicious, and apparently it has been tagged as known infection source, according to VirusTotal. Apparently it's been used in a number of different things. Hunger Games 1.pcap.ng. Interesting. So I'm going to say we found our infected website. Oh, of course. Now let's just cover our bases here. We'll go URL. So 24corp-shop.com. Hmm. 10 days ago. Wow. So, good deal. And those were all just HTTP, right? Yep, port 80. Through Brim. So I would almost say that these guys are the ones. What does the test say? So it should be 2 digits. That rolls out the 24corp-shop because that is 188.255.73.100. But that definitely looks like that's effectively where it kicked off. But as a known infection source, so that would have been the Sinaholland.nl. So I guess we'll find out. 82, 105, 140, 30. Okay. So for some reason they hit that 24corp-shop.com. It did a redirection, which is, so the exploit kit is probably sitting on that particular portion, and where it sends you is where you end up. So, and of course, that's kind of confirmed with question 5. The fully qualified domain name for the compromised website starts with a C, so CINIHOLLAND.nl. Now, what is the IP address that delivered 232? Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. What about the post requests? I'm assuming that if there's anything there, no, nothing in there. Well, fine. Though it is kind of odd that we go. Java, WPAD. SSL, but we didn't have anything Bing. I realize you can't see. I'm just kind of digging through the Brim stuff here. Hmm. Okay, network miner. And we can kind of piece together what's through there because it looks like there's only 54 aspects. So let me bring that in on top. Okay, so it looks like there was some sort of Bing activity at one point. And then YouTube. Yeah, by frame numbers, that's on the line there. And then that all kind of looks like generic, okay, JavaScript, GIFs, cascading style sheets, HTML, some images, we got some YouTube, we get that 24 Shop Corp. Looks like they hit index.html. Then we have the YouTube again, and then we go to stand, trust, probate, realty. And we've got MS download, we've got flash objects, we got jar. What's interesting, there's a time request for this, right? No, there is not a time, so we can't ascertain that that was the actual. We could almost read it back and for it's upside down according to this, because at least this with network miner we have the frame number, so we know, okay, in series where all this stuff happened. Whereas when we looked at Brim, we had this stand trust and probate realty.com at the top, so it almost just needs to be flipped. Huh. Okay. So they did Bing, then they hit the Sinneholland.nl, adultbiz.in, back to that 24 Corp shop. But then we have all the rest of this crap that comes out. HTML files, we got MS download, and then we got zip files, which are actually just jars. So if I open this up, I will get the hash. It looks like it's a PK file. So it isn't, so it's a zip. So if we go in here and we just kind of pivot to a new virus total window. Again, I realize you can't see this, so bear with me. Oh yeah, that's bad. That's bad, that's bad, that's bad. So effectively what I've done is if you double click on the entries as they show up inside of Network Miner, you'll get a sub window that will pop up. And from there, it will list the location on your local file system where the a file resides. And you also get the hashes. So what I've done is for this index.php.jar, I've opened it up, grabbed the SHA-256, and I've dumped it into virus total. And there's our exploit. So then we need to look. And that would actually match. Because, okay, so it wants 2 digits, dot 3 digits, dot 2 digits, dot 3 digits. And we also could get an extra thing here for question 7 to use the test, to take the test, as it were, metaphorically. But, so if we bring this back, we've also got it here. So 2 digits, 3 digits, 2 digits, 3 digits, and then of course the stand.trustandprobaterealty.com. Okay, so we think we've got the answers. Oops, I just realized I didn't transition. So here we go, 37.200.69.143, so 2323, and of course the stand.trust and probate realty from this particular aspect here. And there's also MS download. So while that's coming up, I'm going to take us back to the web browser because we have what we need for that particular aspect, but I want another window, and we're going to grab the SHA-256 for this other MS download that showed up there that looked like it was even bigger than the jar 22 days ago. Not much of anything there. Not the giant bombshell like this sucker. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Transition. I just wish there was like a single button that was kind of off to the side, like I had like a second keyboard that would just be able to sit there and do transitions or something. I suppose I could sit there and try to like map a macro or something with a key press. But effectively, so here's the jar file, which of course it's counted down with the CVE 2012-0507 and exploit tags. And here was the MS download that was, what, 401 kilobytes by the looks of it? There's index 2, but that's the same thing. Starts in Charlie Echo 5 Delta and ends in Echo 81. Yep, okay, so that's the same one. And of course, flash objects. Yeah, and the index itself is nothing but script after script after script. New ActiveX object Microsoft plus slash exclamation what is it, asterisk STS 714413 Delta. Yeah, none of that looks good, but we don't really need that as it sits right now. Okay, so let's answer this question. 37,269,143. Yes, and of course we have the stand dot trust and probate realty.com. Yes. What is the redirection URL that points to the exploit kit? So what showed up before? That would be the 24corp-shop.com. No? CORP dash. We didn't have much of anything else that involved a dash. Oh. Missing the forward slash at the end. Other than CVE 2013-2551 IE exploit, another application was targeted because it was sent as Java. How many times was the payload deliver? So the payload being the Java file, the jar. So how many times does it show up? So we want to see as to how many times. Wait, we're almost done, aren't we? And I haven't even had to use Wireshark yet. Oh yeah, we are. Almost. So question, how many times does the payload deliver? So I'm assuming jar. No, because it's the stuff at the. So if we count jar, it's going to be twice. If it's the. If it's the flash object, it's going to be twice. If it's. We got 2M index or XMLs. And then we've got these index.php ms download. Well, let's do this. Because it looks like 2's the repeating portion, and if it's not right, then that would knock out the. Okay, it is not the jars, and it is not the flash files, the SWFs. So it's going to leave the MS downloads, which was 3 times. Okay. So then we're left at the last 2 portion. So we need the MD5, the 2 exploit files. So we have 1, the jar file. So let me go back in and I will grab the flash object. And is the flash object? Okay, flash object comes back with plenty of stuff. CVE 2014-0569. Okay, so we have at least those 2 for that particular aspect. So those are the 2. I would have figured those would have counted as the payload, but maybe those are just the exploit aspect. So we need the MD. Wow, those are pretty long MD5 hashes. One starts in 7, one starts in 1. So if we go back. Well, 1 echo, and we grab the other one. Wait, no. These are it here. So one starts in 7, so we can answer that one first. And they want the one that starts with 7 first. And then it looks like we still right on top of the other, comma, by the looks of it at least. And then we need the one that starts in 1, which is the jar file. And submit. Okay. They just look like they're longer than MD5s. suppose I really can't say much. I mean, I don't see them typically stacked with SHA-1, SHA-256. Most of everything is SHA-256 now, but okay, so compromised website has a malicious script with a URL. So we are on the last one. Honestly, it looks like it's just the 24 Corp. All right. I mean, that was. I mean, I did have to do some guessing, so we'll call it medium. But no, that was fun. I mean, I love the fact that Brim is such a helpful tool, and Network Miner, especially the free edition, continues to get better and better, more so now at the 2.8 release, at least the time of recording. So I didn't even have to whip out Wireshark. I didn't have to do any of the Saracata.zip or anything with the rules or the update or anything else like that. So I no idea, but it worked. Just have to keep the whole thing together in terms of be mindful if you go through and you're just trying to do everything inside of Brim that you might want to modify it to have some sort of like either go by the frame number or something else as opposed to just relying on the default HTTP requests, because that's the biggest thing that threw everything up. Whereas if you do something that will actually show everything sequentially, so Wireshark, Network Miner, you can get a better understanding as to the flow of how this stuff comes through in terms of not being all over the place or backwards or what appeared for Brim. So, but so there we go. That has been Malware Traffic Analysis 1 on the CyberDefenders platform. Hopefully, you got something out of it, especially with the use of Brim, everything else like that. With all that being said, I will see everyone in the next video.